Okay, I had a request for this one. Last week, the indefatigable Miss Zoe Parness requested that I read a poem for her that I had written a while ago, specifically for her. And so, because she wants to hear it, and because I think she's probably just a little bit narcissistic, just kidding, Zoe. Here is my poem for Zoe called Zoe's Legs. "You're sunk into the chair," I said. "I can only see your hair poking from the cushion. Hello, dear, are you there?" "Oh, drat, dear Zoe muttered, that really is the dregs. I wish I wasn't sunken, 'cause I've really got great legs." And then dear Zoe popped right up and on the cushion sat, all prim and proper, looking smug. She thought that was that. But no, that wasn't all, my dears, for as she sat right there, it was upon her lovely legs that I began to stare. "My God, those gams are gorgeous," I said behind a smile. "I think that I will sit right here and admire them a while." "Now don't you dare distract me," Zoe told me with a smirk. "You leave my bloomin' legs alone. That's not a poet's work." "But," says I, "a poet needs something to be his muse, and so perhaps I'll write upon two of heaven's lovelier views." Her lips did smile, her cheeks turned pink, and then she looked away. "You are a bold one, sir," she said. "I don't know what to say." "Say naught at all, and please don't leave, and please don't make me beg. Just stay right there and show us all a little bit of leg." "All right," said Zoe, "I won't leave, but you just stay right there while I and both my legs sit all alone here in this chair." And so across the room she sat, with her legs so fine and fair, and peeked at me occasionally from the confines of her chair. And I did smile, oh yes I did, a sly and secret smirk, and then I wrote this poem for her. I hope she likes my work. And so if our dear Zoe you find by happenstance at a reading of fine poetry, or perhaps a dance, take a moment to look down and give a fleeting glance, and hope her legs aren't covered by a long-legged pair of pants.
And this one is called Hugging Trees. I hug trees, hiss at cats, loathe high walls around me, pitch and roll naked in the dew come midsummer night. 'Tis time to renew the contract I made when my DNA struck out on its own from the primeval stew, when Earth consented to allow existence and self-determination, and sweetened the pot with necessary delights and wonders. Honestly, I've quite forgotten what I promised in return, but I'm certain it involved decisions which could be replicated ad infinitum without consequence. I believe it was an offer made without design, accepted by existence and breached at the peril of oblivion. It was thereafter fading signatures on dog-eared parchment, filed among warranties without expiration, and the manuals for things I should know how to do, like breathing, producing viable young, and assuring that possibility for each succeeding generation into the forked future of evolution, from one species to those of traits and character unimaginable. I'm a career without power to negotiate, simply to deliver unaltered the covenant, the ark of the inheritors. And that was Hugging Trees by Keith Richard Ainsworth.
This one here is by Catlynn Valencia, one of her original poems. And happy birthday, Catlynn. We're going to hope that natural disaster does not strike you today. And this is called I Remember. I remember the nights under the moonlit skies. I remember the rainy days in your arms. I remember that look you had in your eyes. I remember your passionate charm. I remember the smell of your skin. I remember the sound of your voice. I remember your cocky grin. And I remember my choice. I remember your gentle touch and the way you used to kiss. I remember you loved me so much. I remember what I miss. Now we're no longer together. Everything changed at once. But now you know what I remember from our few short, happy months. And that was I Remember by Catlynn Valencia.
You haunt me. You haunt me with your style and grace, you haunt my soul with your lovely face, and when I saw your eyes like fire, they filled my heart with deep desire. Such ageless beauty there I see, a diamond of eternity, that sparkles bright by day and night, and sets my very heart alight. And when I saw your smile so rare, in my heart I knew you'd care. Your smile, it fills me with delight, it tells me everything's all right. In my soul you lit a flame, and in my heart it burns the same. I knew that God had answered prayer, because my love, it is still there. This feeling that is deep within has filled my heart up once again. It flows from somewhere deep inside and fills my heart with love and pride.
Zoe passed me one by DonJuan Writer. This is called Laundromatic. And let me put this in. Wait a minute. Losing it. There it is. Laundromatic by DonJuan Writer. In it goes. Then the spinning drum throws around my clothes in a vortex of familiarity. These garments lose their color clarity. The designer's restrictions have been set free by the time it's taken to adjust me. These clothes I wear of a routine days, chucked around in chaotic ways. I'm very cold as I write this song, avoided this washing for so very long. Everything was dirty, I now have nothing on. And that was Laundromatic by DonJuan Writer. Thank you, Zoe.
Wonderful. When you are old. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read, and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true, but one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face, and bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly, how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. And this was When You Are Old.
By Earl. I love Earl's stuff. Here's poem 21. Let me get this in the note card reader. 5 New Quatrains by Earl Dinkin. I'm a man, and I have jello fingers, but the whole world needs to know, if only I could type this out there, that traffic is made of people's prose. I just remember you when all the world's afire, and dreams come in from another place, and I journey to the last desire. The frog's way to pollute is very clever, an eerie, low quiet no bog can jeer, until awake talkers become very peaceful, then true tips of pine cones can steer. They are 2 anguishes of angel hair close now, to solving a question once and for all. If they could just stop the train of circumference turning phantom as its track becomes small. Like physics, at the end of the day, rockets they send back to non-performance. If racetracks have secret backwards oarsmen, I'll only seek strength from their importance. I think Earl was taking lessons from Salvador Dali on that last one. Very nice, Earl. Very clever stuff.
Yeah, always wonderful.